have with me our VP of Care Services, Nurse Lisa Conway, and she's going to talk a little bit today about how to sleep. I'm going to listen in because I'm exhausted today. It's been a long week. So thank you, Lisa.
Are we allowed to snore?
Yes.
Well, I mean, do you sleep alone? No. Just make sure that the person that you're sleeping with goes to sleep before you.
I think he meant here.
Oh, can you sleep right here during the presentation?
Yeah.
Well, if you need to, yes, definitely.
I do it every time she
Talks. She does, yeah. So like Angie said, my name is Lisa Conway. I'm a registered nurse and a certified care manager. And I love to come into the community and kind of help educate people on different things. And I know this is actually the second time that I've talked about this recently. I do a monthly presentation at one senior place. And just 2 months ago, I think they requested that we do a presentation on sleep too. So it sounds like sleep as we age can get a little more challenging. We don't always get the best sleep. And so we're gonna talk about some of the things that cause us not to be able to sleep as we age, and then some of the tricks to being able to get better sleep. What can we do for ourselves from an exercise perspective and during the day so that we can sleep well at night? And I don't like to hear myself talk. So if you guys have thoughts or suggestions or questions as we go through here, I want you to throw those out at me and we'll try to address those as well. So, as we age, tell me, what do you think? What are some of the things that cause us not to be able to sleep as well as we used to when we were younger?
Sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea, absolutely.
Indigestion.
Absolutely, indigestion. What?
Coffee.
Restless legs.
Restless legs.
Restless legs, absolutely, and coffee. Yeah, so let's talk about some of those things right now.
Eat and drink.
Eating and drinking. Mm-hmm. Sleep apnea, we'll talk about first. I think that was one of the first ones that came out.
Anger.
And anger. Mm-hmm.
Stress.
Stress, absolutely.
TV.
Anxiety, TV. Do any of you have like iPads or iPods and those types of things? Do any of you take them to bed with you? No, I see some no's and some yeses. I can tell you, I have a teenage son, and I pretty much have to fight him for his electronics before he goes to bed. But studies do show that really you should put away those electronics and things like that at least an hour before you go to bed, just to help you relax, because all that blue light and things like that affect your sleep. Yes?
How about watching TV just before you go to bed? I've been told that you should turn off the TV about an hour before you want to go to bed because of the light.
Yeah, and again, studies do show that that is the case. I was actually just talking to somebody, so I guess my conversations aren't always real exciting, because as I was driving over here, I was talking to somebody about their sleep, and they told me they used to sleep with the television on, but they've been trying not to turn the television on and take it off an hour before they sleep, but they said, I can't stand pure silence. Said, I hear every little crick, I hear everything, and then I get wrapped up in my thoughts, so I can't stand that pure silence. So I told them about, it's called Beach Wave, on one of those little Alexa dots or whatever. But basically it's background noise that can sound like an ocean or rain or a waterfall. And those might be a way to help you find some sleep if you're used to going to sleep with the TV on. But at least there's not that blue light from the TV, there's not all that, but it's some more calming noises that may help you sleep a little better. Does anybody use a CPAP or a BiPAP machine? You do? Those are important. If you've been to a pulmonologist or to do a sleep study or something like that, and they have shown that your oxygen drops during your sleep, you can become hypoxic, which means that your oxygen saturations drop. When they drop, your oxygen isn't moving around enough, your body's not getting what it needs to be able to restore and refresh before the next day's sleep. So if you do find that you wake up tired, I saw you yawn in there. If you do find that you wake up tired though, that may be a question that you wanna ask the doctor. You know, do you think maybe you could order a sleep study for me just to see if your oxygen saturations are dropping as you're sleeping. I also heard somebody mention indigestion or some type of GERD or something like that. That can also play a part in not sleeping well. I know my brother-in-law has what they call Barrett's esophagus, so he has a lot of regurgitation. And he has to sleep on a pillow that is slanted just to help him so that he can get good sleep. If not, he says that he's just got that burning acid and things like that, and it keeps him up all night. So if you have an indigestion that you have a hard time going to sleep with, just elevating the head of your bed may be a good idea. Medical issues can cause you to not be able to sleep well at night. Do any of you suffer from any type of chronic pain or arthritis or osteoarthritis, things like that? Sometimes those can just cause so much discomfort that you just can't get comfortable in bed. You know, and the other thing that they say is it's good to have a nighttime routine, right? Try to do the same things every day because your body gets used to it. It can calm down and you will rest better and longer. My nighttime routine, thanks to Angie, she taught me about, because by the end of the day, I'm on my feet a lot during the day, and my feet are so tired, and they feel worn out. So now at the end of the day, I take a little shower, and I have a little chair that I sit in, and Angie told me to get this thing that I can put my feet in. So I'll sit there and I'll put my feet in that little thing, and I'll just lay my head back and just kind of relax. And 2 rounds of that is 30 minutes. It goes for 15 minutes on my feet. But it really just kind of helps me to take time to deep breathe and to relax. And I turn my TV off. I don't read my book. I know reading's great too, but reading right before bed isn't great either. So again, try just to eliminate all those things and do things to calm yourself prior to going to bed. It also, it supports your memory and your cognitive function. I know when I don't get enough sleep, I'll wake up and Angie can tell you, sometimes she'll look at me and she'll say, "What did you just say?" And I'll say, I don't know. But sometimes, I mean, if you wake up and you don't get a good night's sleep, your mind's not always clear and you feel cloudy. That's another thing too, when you think of sleep aids that people talk about. I know back in the day, it used to be we would give people Benadryl. But as we age, Benadryl is more difficult to metabolize, and sometimes you'll wake up feeling foggy and you just can't think straight. And some of the other sleep aids do that as well. So a good night's sleep really helps to support your memory and your cognitive function.